Hi, welcome back. So this is our next session. So today's topic is surds. Let's see what are surds. In real numbers, we learned something about decimal numbers. So there we found three types of decimal numbers. In real numbers, we learned three types of decimals. So let's remember it. Decimals. And there we learn finite decimals. And we put that numbers into the set of rational numbers. And from the other side we had infinite decimals. So we then divided infinite into another two categories, recurring decimals. Again we put that into the rational number set. And finally we had non-recurring infinite decimals. And we told that they are irrationals. So today we start from here. Non-recurring infinite decimals, those are irrational numbers. So let's see how to work with irrational numbers. Out of three, one category was irrational numbers. Can you remember what are these? Non-recurring infinite decimals. That means the numbers which hasn't a pattern and repeated until the infinity. So those kind of decimals we represented by surds. For example, square root 2. This is an infinite decimal and there is no pattern. So this is a simple example for a surd. Right. Now today what we are going to learn is how to simplify and work with these surds. So most common simplification in surds is rationalizing the denominator. So before come to that, so I will explain and introduce you. There are 6 rules in simplifying surds. Rule number 1. There are two numbers under the same surd. We can split that into two surds. Whenever you want to simplify, you can want this side, and if you want, you can use this side. So now let's take some examples. Root 2 into root 3 can be written as under the same square root, so then it is square root 6. On the other hand, let's say we want to simplify this, so this can be written as 9 times 3 and later 9 into 3. So here we know the answer for square root 9, so it is 3. Then the answer is 3 root 3. And another example, let's take 54. 54 is 9 times 6. So we can write 9 into root 6. So then finally it becomes 3 root 6. So I hope it is not that difficult. You can understand it. Okay, let's move on to the rule number 2. And this is also not a difficult one. Rule number 2 says about the division. So you can split into two separate numbers in denominator and numerator. So let's take few examples. So you can simply write 3 over 8. And from the previous rule 1, you can write 8 into 4 times 2. And after that, split into 4 into 2. And now square root 4 is 2, then it is 2 root 2. So this is the final answer. Okay, let's take another example. 12 over 121. So we apply the rule number 2, right? So when you come to this line, we know there is a exact value for square root 121, that is 11. And further, 12 can be written as 4 times 3. So here we use the rule number 1. So answer will be then 2 root 3 divided by 11. Okay, I think you understood it properly. Let's now go to the rule number 3. In rule number 3, we explain how to rationalize the denominator. What is the meaning of rationalizing a denominator? A surd means an irrational number. Now the denominator is irrational. So we are going to convert this irrational number into rational number. So let's see how to do that. Whenever you had a irrational number in the denominator, we can multiply numerator and denominator by the same irrational number. Then what will happen? From the rule number 1, a times a is a square. So a squared square root is a. Now observe what has happened. So this rational has become to a irrational number here, but the denominator, now it has become a rational number. So this is what we call rationalizing the denominator. Okay, let's see few examples. 1 over root 7. So this is exactly equal. Remember, when we multiply numerator and denominator by the same number, that doesn't change the initial question. So we will multiply this by root 3. Answer will be root 3 over 3. Two more examples. 2 over root 2. So we multiply by root 2 and root 2. So this become 2 root 2, and now the denominator is 2. So 2 cancel. The final answer is square root 2. 6 root 2 divided by square root 3. Since we need to rationalize the denominator, we will multiply by square root 3. So from here 6, 2 times 3 root, and there it is 3. This is cancelling off, then answer is 2 root 6. Okay, so this is not difficult. Rule number 4. Rule number 4 explains how do we simplify many surds together. Let's take, you have a root c plus b root c. Then you can easily simplify this. It's little bit similar to likely terms in algebraic expressions. The two numbers can be added together. So two numbers can be added together. When we have to subtract, so that is also very easy. So what we have to do is subtract the two numbers. So I am going to give few examples. Root 2 plus 3 root 2, and here there is no number, but we know there is no number means it's 1. Then 1 plus 3, so it is 4 root 2. So you need not to write this line, this step. So from here you can just jump to here and get the final answer, right? This line is not essential. How about this? 4 root 3 plus 5 root 3. 4 plus 5 into root 3. 9 root 3. We'll take a little different one. 4 root 3 plus 6 root 2 minus 2 root 3 minus 4 root 2. So here you can observe root 3 terms and root 2 terms. So first, in algebraic expressions, we collect the likely terms. So like there, so we can collect the likely surds, root 3 terms together and root 2 terms together. Okay, now you can apply this rule. 4 minus 2, 2. 6 minus 4, 2. Remember, you cannot add these two together because now these surds are not the same. So therefore this is the final answer. Well, I think you can understand that also. Let's move now to the rule number 5. In rule number 5, still we explain rationalizing the denominator when denominator contains a rational number and an irrational number together. C plus b root n. So as we told in the previous rule, if we just multiply by root n, you don't get the answer. So here we have to do a little tricky thing. We have to multiply up and down by c minus b root n. C minus b root n. So I would like to remember one previous knowledge. If you can remember, when we multiply a minus b into a plus b, the result will be a squared minus b squared. So this is a familiar result which we known as that difference of two squares. So here we can directly apply it. C plus b square root n, c minus b square root n. So it is nothing but exactly the same. C into c, c square minus b into b, b square, square root n into square root n, c minus b root n, and there in the down c squared minus b squared n. Let's take an example. 3 divided by 3 plus square root 2. Okay, what is the number we should multiply now? 3 minus root 2, 3 minus root 2. Right? So numerator becomes 2 times 3 minus root 2. And the denominator 3 times 3, it is 9. Square root 2 into square root 2 is 2. So it is 2, 3 minus root 2 over 7. Okay, let's take another example. 5 divided by square root 5 plus 2. Now we should multiply by square root 5 plus 2 is here, so we should multiply square root 5 minus 2. Now see what will happen. Square root 5 times square root 5 minus 2. Okay, when you come to the denominator, square root 5 into square root 5, answer is 5. And 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So answer is simply like this. Square root 5 times square root 5 minus 2. So here we can expand the bracket. Square root 5 into square root 5 is 5. Square root 5 into 2 is 2 root 5. Okay, so this is the final simplified answer. Right. Let's see what is rule number 6. So rule number 6 is pretty similar to rule number 5. So I'll show you how to change it. So when it's come to rule number 6, in rule number 5 it was c plus b root 10. So here now c minus b root 10. So now we must multiply by c plus b root 10. So then it is here again plus, but here doesn't change. C into c, c squared minus b times 10. So the final answer also will be a bracket c plus b root 10, and the denominator it doesn't change. So we look into an example. Now hope you can understand what's the number we use to multiply. So it is nothing by root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus 1. So then 2 times root 3 plus 1, and here root 3 into root 3 is 3, 1 times 1 is 1. So 2 root 3 plus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. Here luckily you can cancel off these 2. So final answer will be square root 3 plus 1. And my next example, this time both numbers are thirds. So what is the number now we should use to multiply? Square root 5 plus square root 3. Square root 3 minus thing, and then, but the operations doesn't change, right? Square root 5 into square root 5 is 5. Square root 3 into square root 3 is 3. So if you want, you can expand the bracket. Otherwise, if you can leave as it is, it doesn't matter. If you expand the bracket also, so we don't get a much simplified answer, but you can write as just 2 thirds, right? Let's see. Square root 2 into square root 5 is square root 10. Square root 2 into square root 3 is square root 6. So it doesn't matter if you come to this step or you step at there. Now let's see a few examples. Root 12 plus root 27. Now how to start? So if you can remember the rules, 12 can be written as 4 times 3. 27 is 9 times 3. So this is now become 2 times 3, and this becomes 3 times 3. So they are both under square root 3. So we can simply add 3 plus 2 is 5 root 3. Okay, example number 2. Square root 45 minus square root 20. Right. 45. So I write it as 9 times 5. So you may be wonder why I am writing just 9 into 5. So there may be some other ways to write, but when you write, be careful, at least one number should have an exact square root. So here best way is to 5 times 4. 9 times 5, root 9 times 5, root 5 times 4, I take 4 front, 4 times 5. So 9 has a square root, 3 root 5 minus 2 root 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. So answer is just root 5. Example number 3, square root 45 divided by square root 18. 45, so as in the previous example, we'll take it 9 times 5. 18 also we can take 9 times 2. So 9 times 5, square root 9 times square root 2. So square root 9 cancels. So answer is square root 5 divided by square root 2. So if you want, we can put both into the same third and write under the square root sign 5 divided by 2. Okay, example number 4, 1 divided by 7 plus square root 8. So here we have to multiply by the opposite side. 7 minus root 8. So what will happen now? 7 minus root 8, and the denominator 7 times 7, 49. Root 8 times root 8 is 8. So 7 minus root 8, 49 minus 8 is 41. So this is the answer. Example 5. 1 over 9 minus root 5. So here we must multiply by 9 plus root 5, 9 plus root 5. So the numerator is 9 plus root 5, while the denominator becomes 9 times 9, 81 minus 5. What is 81 minus 5 is 76. So 9 plus root 5 divided by 76. Example 6. 5 over square root 11 minus square root 6. So this time we have to multiply by square root 11 plus square root 6, square root 11 plus square root 11. 6. So numerator is 5 times root 11 plus root 6. The numerator is 5 times root 11 plus root 6. The denominator root 11 times root 11 is 11. Root 6 times root 6 is 6. 5 root 11 plus root 6, and 11 minus 6 is 5. So you can see now we can cancel this 5. So the final answer is square root 11 plus square root 6. Right. Okay, let's go to the example number 7. 9 minus square root 3 divided by 9 plus square root 3. So we need to multiply by 9 minus root 3 because we need to rationalize the denominator. Therefore, we will multiply by 9 minus root 3. So this becomes same thing squared, and here 9 times 9 is 81 minus 3. So this is like algebraic complete square. 9 squared is 81 minus 2 times 9 times square root 3. 2 times 9, 18 root 3 plus root 3 squared is 3, and denominator 81 minus 3 is 78. 81 plus 3, 84 minus 18 root 3 over 78. I will take 2 out because 2 is the common factor here. So then it becomes 42 minus 9 root 3, and the down it's 78, and we can cut this 139. So the final answer will be 42 minus 9 root 3 divided by 39. Example 8. 6 plus root 3 divided by 6 minus root 3. So here we will multiply numerator and the denominator by 6 plus root 3 into 6 plus root 3. So numerator is now 6 plus root 3 squared, and their denominator 6 times 6, 36 minus root 3 into root 3 is 3. Right. The numerator 6 squared 36, 2 times 6 times 3, 2 times 6 12, 12 root 3. 3 square root 3 squared is 3. 36 minus 3 is 33. 36 plus 3 is 39. Here we can see 3 is common. So I will take 3 out. Then it is 13 plus 4 root 3. So now we can cancel off by 3. So the final answer will be 13 plus 4 root 3 divided by 11. So if you have any problem of expanding this bracket, tell you one more time, it is 6 plus root 3, 6 plus root 3. So 6 times 6, 36. 6 times root 3, 6 root 3. Root 3 times 6, again 6 root 3. So 6 root 3, 6 root 3, 12 root 3. And root 3 times root 3 is 3. So the ninth one, example number 9. 1 minus root 3, 2 plus root 3. So we need to expand it. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times root 3, minus root 3 times 2, minus 2 root 3, and minus plus minus root 3 into root 3 is 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Square root 3 minus 2 root 3 is minus root 3. So we will take minus sign out. So this is the answer. And the final one, example number 10. Again we have to expand the bracket. 2 minus 3 root 6, 5 plus 2 root 6. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 2 root 6, 4 root 6. 3 root 6 into 5, minus 15 root 6. Minus 3 into 2 root 6, it's 2 times 3 is 6, and root 6 into root 6 is again 6. So it will be 36, right? 10 minus 36 is minus 26. 4 minus 15 is 11. Again I will take minus sign out. So I hope now you all understand properly what are surds and how to simplify surds. What are the simplifications? So if we take, sometimes we have to rationalize the denominator. So like these examples. And sometimes we have to expand the brackets and simplify. So those are the simplifications involving surds. We hope you will understand the things better. So you can download worksheets from our website. Thank you and goodbye.